Hey everyone, I'm Jimmy.
I'm Zach.
And I'm JS.
And I'm Sam.
And today we have our reactions to the Oscar nominations. First and foremost, let's talk about Grand Budapest Hotel and Birdman, which led with 9 nominations each.
Does that surprise you at all?
I'm not surprised.
Really, actually.
Yeah, both of those movies are really solid.
But, I mean, Grand Budapest was released at the beginning of the year. I think we were all overreacting. Like, people will forget Grand Budapest exists. Clearly they didn't.
Yeah.
That's pretty satisfying.
Yeah, but Birdman's my favorite film of the year. I don't think it's going to win Best Picture, but I do think that it really deserves all the accolades that it's gotten up to
Absolutely.
this point.
You know
Like,
what?
we'll repeat Golden Globes.
I think Linklater's going to win for Best Director, to be honest.
And I don't think Ed Norton will win for Best Supporting Actor.
Yeah, I don't think it went for supporting actor either, but I do think that Keaton has a really good chance.
See, I think Eddie Redmayne's a lock for Best Actor, actually.
I think so too.
Yeah.
I think it'll definitely win for cinematography. Emmanuel
Yeah.
Lubezki is second to none in terms of
Yeah.
cinematography. Let's talk about some of the other pleasant surprises. One in particular is Princess Kaguya for Best Animated Film.
Yes, Princess Kaguya and Song of the Sea, which a lot of people haven't seen, but now this will give them a reason to seek those films out. But this also leads to a controversy, which is the Lego Movie not nominated, which I know a lot of people are upset about.
Yeah.
Are you guys upset about that?
I'm a little disappointed, but also I'm happy to see some other films sort of, making some headway into getting out to a bigger audience.
Yeah,
I
that's
think it's
what I
nice. But let's also talk about Whiplash. Whiplash was one of my favorite films of the year, probably number 2 to Birdman.
Sure.
I was thrilled to see all the nominations that it got, including Best Picture. I'm going to call right now and say I think it's going to win editing.
You know what that means? It is going to be the first Blumhouse movie to win an Oscar.
That's crazy.
That could be
That's
pretty
cool.
great,
That's great.
actually.
Yeah.
You know.
Another pleasant surprise for me was Ida, actually, for Best Cinematography,
Yeah.
which is a gorgeous black and white film.
I think all of the categories really got it right. The notable exception, I think some people will say, is where is Foxcatcher or where is Nightcrawler, like you were saying. But the other film, though, that definitely is deserving and was completely absent from the Golden Globes for some reason was American Sniper, which I think really shows how much people love this movie and how good it is.
But I mean, American Sniper still picked up quite a few awards.
It did.
But also, going back to Foxcatcher and Nightcrawler, these are pretty dark movies.
Yeah.
Gone Girl is another really dark movie,
was
which
just
got
gonna bring it up.
completely
Yeah.
snubbed across
Yeah.
the board, almost.
So that's very interesting. Not even adapted screenplay,
Yeah.
not even nothing. I mean,
know.
that's a little shocking.
I have an interesting Best Picture snub, Guardians of the Galaxy. The Oscars expanded the pool to up to 10 pictures. If they were going to include a blockbuster, this was the blockbuster to include.
But Guardians of the Galaxy did get a couple of nominations.
No,
Yeah.
visual
No, you
effects,
look at the
absolutely.
technical,
The technical-
nominations every year, and it's like, oh,
It's just hard
there
for
are
me
the
to think of a
movies
more
that made
likable-
money, you
Yeah.
know?
It's true. The film stands on its own, and people will remember Guardians of the Galaxy for years. Now,
Yeah.
the one thing I am really hoping to see is Hans Zimmer win for his score of
Oh my
Interstellar.
gosh.
Yeah.
It's
I
fantastic.
thought I kind of was scratching my head a little bit when The Theory of Everything won. During,
which is also
those-
nominated here.
Yeah,
And Desplats has 2 scores. I mean, he's probably my favorite working composer today, but
Yeah.
I still think that Hans Zimmer score
That
takes
Hans
the
Zimmer
cake.
score is haunting. It's just fantastic.
Also, another snub that I know Zach and I are pretty passionate about is Jake Gyllenhaal for Nightcrawler.
Yes.
I think that this was like one of the performances of the year.
One snub more that I gotta throw in.
Absolutely.
Life Itself, the
Yeah.
Roger Ebert documentary
Mm-hmm.
from Steve James, directed some of the best documentaries of the last 25 years, and they've never been nominated.
The
So that's
Interrupters,
okay.
Hoop Dreams,
Yeah.
it's really ridiculous.
So I'm sure he saw it coming.
Also really surprising that it wasn't on there is The Overnighters, which a lot of people have been talking about. It's a fantastic documentary.
Now, really quickly, can we just touch on back in April we did a video
Oh, dear.
with JS called
a premature
Oscar
Oh.
predictions.
Now, the Oscars were earlier this month, but we feel we've heard enough of the early buzz to go ahead and take a stab at predicting what's going to win next year.
Now, this was before any of these movies had come out or he had seen any of them.
To be fair, yeah.
So
Most of the
JS,
trailers hadn't even come out.
Most of the trailers hadn't come out. JS, how'd you fare?
Not terribly well,
Again, I feel this is going to go to Unbroken for Angelina Jolie.
but then we saw the film. Really quick, just want to touch on the foreign language film nominees. Force Majeure, it's not here at all. Leviathan, I'm incredibly happy about.
Like we were saying, the big surprise of the year is Boyhood. It really did, even though it's been in the works for 12 years. You know, you were saying they really kept it under wraps. It sort of came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
You know, and I think just completely blew people away. Same thing with Birdman. Like, people knew he was making this movie called Birdman, but from a plot description, you hear about a washed-up superhero character on doing a Broadway play.
Yeah.
You sort of scratch your head at it, but then you see it and it's all there. It really
Right.
comes together. So it's funny. I think if this exercise taught you anything, it's to not judge a film by its logline.
It's true, guys. I learned a lot.
Really quick, just to wrap up, let's not do a long segment after I say this, and we'll just really quickly wrap up. So, for Fandango Movie Clips, I'm Sam.
I'm JS.
I'm Zach.
And I'm Jimmy. Thanks for watching.